Was soll man sagen, was sein morgen? Der Schenker wird uns borgen, es wird doch sein.
Bronfen
Rein, nehmen wir a Kedoshim rein. Was soll man sagen, was sein morgen? Der Schenker wird uns borgen.
Es
Wird doch sein, Bronfen oder Wein, nehmen wir a Kedoshim rein. Arnino goyim amay, ki amavadav yikayim, v'nakam yashiv litzara, v'chiber admasay amay. Arnino goyim amay, ki Ve'chiber admasay amay, aninu goyim amigdam avadav yikayim, v'nakam yashiv chiber admasay amay, aninu goyim amigdam avadav yikayim, v'nakam yashiv l'zara, v'chiber admasay amay. Tiri yalay yadridai Chaim. So to take this a little bit further, what does it mean what the Rebbe Marash says? What we spoke about before, parshas Kedoshim. This week is parshas Kedoshim, and the pasuk starts off an interesting thing: Kedoshim tiyu, ki kadesh ani. You should be holy because I'm holy. What does it mean? You should be holy because I'm holy. The Havish is telling us, you be holy because I'm holy. I mean, he's holy because he's holy. We should be holy because he's holy. What kind of thing is that? And that's why Rashi brings from Chazal, Yachol Komaini, you think you could be as holy as me. Talmud Leimar ki kadesh ani, kidushasi l'mayla mikdushaschem. No, you should be holy in one sense. And my kedusha is higher than your kedusha. And the Tzemach Tzedek writes, V'hu tamua. What do you mean? Why should we think that we can be as holy as the Eibishter? What kind of thing is that? But the Rebbe brings that it says in Svarim, that Kedoshim tiyu ki kadesh ani, Yachol Komaini is b'nichusa. Yachol Komaini, a Jew could be as holy as the Eibishter. Why? Because Kedushasi l'mayla mikdushaschem. The Eibishter's Kedusha up above comes mikdushaschem from our Kedusha, from the holiness of a Yid down here. There's an amazing story with the Rebbe Marash. The Rebbe brings this story, and the Rebbe explains it more according to Kabbalah, but we're going to try and at least look at the general idea. The Rebbe Marash met Rabbi Yisrael Salanter. Rabbi Yisrael Salanter was the founder of the Musar movement. And Rabbi Yisrael Salanter asked the Rebbe Marash, why do Chassidim daven so long? Why do Chassidim spend so much time davening so long? And the Rebbe Marash said that there's two opinions regarding how much the tefillah of a tzaddik affects. What kind of effect does the tefillah of a tzaddik have? One opinion is that it does mechza, it does half, and the other opinion is that it does the entire thing. So the Rebbe Marash says we daven long because we want that even the half should also be long enough that it should be able to affect and it should be able to do what it has to do. The Rebbe explains this a little bit, barichos, the whole idea of milamata l'mayla and milamayla l'mata, and then the Rebbe goes into Kabbalah Isyis of the makif is metzachseach techatzi aklim l'mayla. Well, let's leave that to hold the point Perhaps we're of a different time, but maybe a little bit just to understand. What kind of question did the Rabbi Yisrael Salanter ask the Rebbe Maharash? Well, why do Chassidim daven long? What do you mean, why do Chassidim daven long? They daven long because it takes them longer to daven. Maybe the question would have been, why is it necessary to daven long? Not why do Chassidim daven long? What kind of question is that? Why do Chassidim daven long? And Bechlal, what kind of question is that? Why is it necessary to daven long? Why shouldn't you think otherwise? And perhaps the question, and at least, we know that whenever there's a lesson in Avodas Hashem, you can go and you can explain an explanation in a story. And whether the explanation is exact or not, it is exact, because if the lesson is true, then it is exact. Rabbi Yisrael Salanter was asking the Rebbe Maharash, why do Chassidim daven long? He understood, why does a person daven long? Because he has what to daven for. But Chassidim, a Chassid, his life, everything, his connection comes from the Rebbe. So a Chassid comes from the Rebbe. Why is he spending his time davening long? If it's coming from the Rebbe, he should just connect to the Rebbe. In other words, us, Bali Musar, we can understand why we need to spend our time to work hard. But if Chassidus believes that the Rebbe gives you the strength to do what has to be done, why is it necessary to daven long? Why is it necessary to use time in order to work on myself? It should go quicker. There shouldn't be a need to daven long. It should be something that goes quicker. And the truth is, this question, in a certain sense, we're all asking this question. When it came this past week was Chavches Nisan, the Rebbe said, I did everything I can. Now it's up to you. Do everything you can and make sure to bring Mashiach. And a lot of people had the question, what does it mean I should do everything I can to bring Mashiach? What, the Rebbe can't do it? So then forget it, then I give up. And the question gets even stronger when it's taking so long, and it's taking such a long time, and it doesn't make any sense. How can I continue? What's there that I have to do? And the Rebbe says, the Rebbe brings from Rabbi Eimer, Tiferes Tiferes. The Rebbe Maharash's birthday is Tiferes Shebetiferes, and the Rebbe says the derech ishara, the proper way in order to bring the coming in this galus of Mashiach, is Tiferes. Tiferes means connection. Tiferes Shebetiferes means, like we explained earlier about Ĺechatchila Ariber, I'm in a world where personally I have so many nisyonis, so many hardships, so many things standing in the way. I'm in a world where all around me there's all kinds of things that come from the greatest darkness of the Gullus. How am I supposed to live a Mashiach life and reveal it in the world? Tiferes Shebetiferes. That in that world I realize the connection, the essence, the truth is Mashiach. The truth is Atzmus Umusin Seif Baruch Hu. That's the real truth. That's the real true existence of the world. Yes, that world exists, but who created it? The Eibishter created it, and what did he want? He wants this Galus Mashiach, and the same thing in my life, in my personal life. And that idea is what the Rebbe Maharash perhaps was answering Rabbi Yisrael Salanter. The Rebbe Maharash said to him, Tfilas Tzaddik helps either completely or mechza, and tzaddik meaning v'amich kulam tzaddikim. Our tefillah has to come milamata l'mayla. The tefillah of the tzaddik means what we do, our effect. It's not enough to rely on what happens from above. I have to sit and work on myself in order to reveal in myself that true essence of what I'm all about. That's the Kedoshim Tiyu Ki Kadosh Ani Yachol Komayni. A Jew is connected to Atzmus Umus. Yachol Komayni, I can have that Kedusha which even affects Kedusha Silamayla, the Eibishter's Kedusha, the way it's up above. And that aspect of the Derech Yeshara, which is Tiferes, connecting. And it's something which is even in every single one of our lives. A lot of times, a person has to deal with another person or with themselves. And the question is, how do I deal with it? Do I try and change? Do I try and change things? When I see another person, or sometimes there's a parent that has to educate their child, and I look at the child and I say, look what's going on. Look at his life. Look at what's happening. He's doing the wrong things. I have to tell him it's wrong. And of course, yes, a parent has to tell his child when he's doing things that are wrong. But the job of a parent and of an educator of dealing with the child is help him find that truth within himself, recognize his truth, that his truth, no matter where it looks like, and the same thing when a person educates themselves, recognize that my connection is to Atzmus Umhos in a way of Yachol Kamayni. My connection is to the Eibishter, and my job and my mission is to reveal it, to help it be revealed, and therefore to empower the child, to empower the other person that I meet on the street, to empower myself, to find that true essence of who and what I am, that true essence of connection that I have, of Kedushasi L'mayla Mikdushaschem, that it's my holiness which is as holy because I'm a Chelek Aleika Mimal Mamash. And this is the idea of what the Rebbe tells us in our time. What does it mean? We don't have to bring Mashiach. There's the famous story, they asked the Alter Rebbe, maybe I told this story once before, they asked the Alter Rebbe, when's Mashiach coming? And he says, what do you want? The Mashiach that's coming, nobody's waiting for. And the Mashiach that everyone's waiting for is never coming. And the simple idea is that people are waiting for some Mashiach which is outside of the world. A Mashiach which is going to change, going to bring lightning strikes and drastic changes. The Mashiach that's really coming is Gili Elokos in the world, that the world will be permeated with the truth that the world itself is good. It's not a transformation, it's a revelation of what everything is all about. And it's the same thing in a sense, the Mashiach that you have to wait for, because he's not here, he's never coming. The Mashiach that's coming, there's nothing to wait for because it's real. And that's the lives that the Rebbe told us on Chav Ches Nisan to live, and that's what the Rebbe continued to tell us in the parshas of Tazria Mitzayra, and especially in Perek Beis of Pirkei Avos. The way to bring Mashiach is Tiferes, reveal the essence, reveal the truth, reveal the reality of who we are and who the world is and what the world is. And we can, because we have it. We have that connection, and the world has that connection. And as a Jew who's connected to Chelek Aleika Mimal Mamash, we have the power to do like we said in the previous thing, to make the entire world recognize that truth, until the entire world will realize the truth of Avaya, Elikim, Emes, and there is Ein Oid Milvad, there's nothing but the Eibush L'chaim, L'chaim. We should have it revealed in our lives, in our physical lives, in the physical existence. And the whole world should realize, the whole world, which it's not a bad world. There's a cover-up where people are, because they think Ani v'Avsi Oid, they look at their existence as I, rather than my existence is that I'm connected to the Almighty God who's infinite and who's true and who's good. The world should realize it. The nations of the world should realize that they should bless the Jewish people, and they should give brachas and give koiches, and the whole world, hallelujah, Hashem Kol Goyim, should all recognize the connection to Hashem that the Jewish people reveal in the whole world, and as a result, the whole world realizes that the whole world, living beings, even the animal species, even the tzeimeach, the vegetation, and even the daimim, the inanimate, all realizes that it's filled with the knowledge of Hashem. And we should have it immediately now, with the full revelation of Melech HaMashiach, immediately l'chaim, l'chaim.